Welcome into the Coachella Valley Invitational for the opening game of the tournament between the Portland Thorns and Angel City, a matchup that, of course, we see throughout the regular season, and both of these teams putting out rather strong 11s, which we'll get to in just a moment. A season ago in 2025, the Portland Thorns, the most storied and successful team in NWSL history, were finished as the 3 seed, level on points with Orlando, but had superior goal differential with 11 wins, 8 losses, and 7 draws. They eventually bowed out in the second round of the playoffs. As for Angel City, we're still one of the newer teams in NWSL, as we're up to 16 teams now in the league. They had a record of 7 wins, 13 losses, and 6 draws overall. Throughout the broadcast, we'll tell you about the matchup between Portland and Angel City a season ago. And boy, are the stanchions absolutely full here. We just saw San Diego and KC play to a 1-1 draw here on Field 1 in Indio, California. These, of course, the same grounds, the Empire Polo Grounds as they're known, where the famous Coachella Music Festival takes place. And we are day 5 overall of the tournament and the first of NWSL. Let's take a look at the other games that have happened today, a few just about going final. We saw, as I mentioned, KC and San Diego play to a 1-1 draw. Bay FC and the Houston Dash did the same just moments ago, and we still have one game later today. A lot of eyeballs on Denver as they're one of the 2 new teams coming into NWSL alongside Boston, and they will play the Utah Royals at 2 o'clock. There'll also be games next weekend, as the opening games in NWSL don't take place until mid-March, so preseason continues as Houston and Portland will play at 10:30 next Saturday, San Diego and Denver, and Angel City and Seattle. The grass has just been watered here on a lovely Field 1 as the Portland Thorns. It's a new-look side. Historically, even in the down years of the Portland Thorns, they have one of the highest floors of any team in NWSL, but of course, they've lost some big players over the last couple of years. Sophia Wilson is still on this roster, but she is on maternity leave. She is just not one of the best players in NWSL, but one of the best players in the world. The Thorns really looking forward to having her back, her in the attacking line. As for elsewhere, Sam Coffey, unfortunately, is permanently gone from the Portland Thorns. The 27-year-old U.S. Women's International who's got over 40 caps for her country, still in the prime of her career at just 27 years old, was sold to Manchester City in the offseason. So this will be a new-look team. And one of the fan favorites for the Portland Thorns will actually be playing on Angel City today. That's Ina Sagita, one of the best Japanese players in the women's game over the last couple of years, is now an Angel City player, and she's hoping to raise the floor of this Angel City side in midfield. A lot of new to be excited about on this roster, but overall for Angel City, it is a pretty interesting lineup in this one overall. Pretty strong choice 11, but this is a team in Angel City that only managed 31 goals last year. That's the biggest reason they were not in the postseason picture. No team that scored 32 or under has made the playoffs in the last couple of years, and Angel City also 41 goals against. That is inferior of any playoff team as well. They started the season well in 2025, and they're hoping to get off on the right foot in the 2026 preseason. Both these teams, of course, will have at least one more game under their belt, but Portland are, I guess, technically sort of the away team here on your screen right now in a lovely red kit. They'll be attacking from left to right across your screen. As for Angel City, they'll be going from right to left in all gray. Let's take a look at the Thorns starting 11 in this one. Things get a little bit tricky later on as 11s rotate, and we've seen many non-roster preseason invitees get minutes in this match overall. But for the Portland Thorns in numerical order, we'll see Reina Reyes in the back line, Olivia Moultrie in midfield, who led this team in goals last year, Sam Hyatt, Mackenzie Arnold, Pietra Torden, Jessie Fleming, the Canadian international, has been so for almost a decade now, Jaden Perry, Mimi Aladu, Molly McKenzie, Rylan Turner, and Alexa Spanstra. We'll get to the Angel City starting 11 in just a moment, but we're just about ready for kick here. Portland 3 NWSL titles to their name, some shields as well, and you can just hear the excitement and the buzz. While the official season doesn't start till the 11th, it feels like we're already there as Olivia Moultrie gets it underway with an aggressive approach by the Thorns early on. And here's Portland in midfield with Jessie Fleming, the former UCLA product who even played in a World Cup while she was in college, and of course has gone on to play at another since. No press by Angel City. Founded in 2020, their first season was in 2022. Here they have a pressing moment on the periphery of the 18 and emphatically clear it away. Angel City team that certainly hit their early attendance benchmarks in their inaugural season. Season tickets just keep piling in for LA's team. About a 2-hour drive here to Indio, California, maybe 2.5, just a bit over on a Sunday. And a beautiful day at Indio in Southern California. Can't fault anybody for being here. It's a very international roster for Angel City as well. Keep an eye on forward. Svadis Jónsdóttir from Iceland, in addition to this squad, who is looking to make a name for herself in NWSL. It's a Thorns team that is still uncertain on the coaching touchline. Rob Galt, pretty good season a year ago, obviously finishing as the 3 seed, and left in the offseason. The Thorns team with new ownership in the last couple of years, and they're trying to set the standard, which has been so high over the last decade. Here come Angel City. They're led by their forward, Riley Turnen, who had 8 goals to lead all players last season. Within the 18 early, past the goalkeeper, and an early goal for Angel City, just like that, 2 minutes into the occasion. What an ideal start, and the home crowd is loving it. The goalkeeper soundly beat on a nice cross, drifting into the 18 and left no chance. That is number 12 on the goal. Mariana Nihus. Nihus' goal in the, just on the periphery of the 3rd minute, let's call it the 2nd. The opening of preseason for Angel City, and Portland quickly find themselves on the back foot. Through 26 games played last year, the Portland Thorns only gave up 29 goals, one of the best defensive records in the league. It really carried them to a top 3 seed. They're going to be looking for attacking outlet. Here's a chance on a good pickoff ball. Goalkeeper out of her net for a moment. Moultrie plays it over to her left. Team that is built on the foundation over the last 10 years, of course, of Christine Sinclair, who retired in 2024. Sam Coffey was the midfield maestro, and Sophia Wilson over the last couple of years in attack. So they're really kind of having to rebrand themselves here, but there's still so much talent in a soccer-loving city like Portland. They're going to support no matter the 11 out on the pitch. Providence Park in downtown Portland, Oregon, consistently one of the best attended NWSL venues. Hannah Siebert in net today for Angel City from Riverside, California. And a big challenge there, going to shoulder. Shoulder, no whistle needed. Both players pop up exactly at the same time. 5th minute, already fun here on fields number 1. The Coachella Valley Invitational. Some of the San Diego Wave players that were here playing moments ago now watching. The NWSL season has ballooned a bit here in the last couple of years. 26 games played a season ago. This season up to 30, with Denver and Boston joining the great ranks in the league. 16 teams in the 14th season of NWSL action. Portland, one of those original teams. They'll start their 2026 season on the road against the Washington Spirit. Very tough team to play, of course, led by Trinity Rodman, one of the usual starters for the U.S. women's national team. They'll have their home debut against their Pacific Northwest rival in the Seattle Reign on March 20th before facing San Diego and KC. A really tough first 4 games, considering what KC did last year, breaking all the records for wins and points. Didn't even lose a game at home, but they'll be coming to Providence Park. These two teams will face off in the regular season in mid-May and late April. Pretty close, just 3 weeks apart. Fleming. The outside of her boot. Olivia Moultrie. Her free kicks last year were so fun to watch if you're a Portland Thorns fan or just a fan of great soccer. One of the youngest, obviously, to make her debut in NWSL, and now at 20 years old. It's weird to attach the term veteran next to her, but that's what she's become. Jaden Perry on the ball. Angel City, at least if you look at the standings from last year, have an easier start to the campaign. As we pause that thought, Thorns not able to get there in time. A shoulder-to-shoulder connection will end up with a goal kick. Their home opener will be on March 15th against the Chicago Stars, the team that finished bottom of the NWSL last year. Then they will go on the road, but not too far of a journey to the Bay Area. We'll face Bay FC, and then home yet again for Houston, and then the away trip to Orlando, obviously a tough one. Angel City share a home stadium with LAFC over at BMO. Great spot to be at in LA. Whenever you talk to players in the NWSL or MLS, it's always one of the favorite away grounds. They have natural grass and an intimate stadium. Push the gut of the attack. Here come the Thorns trying to recoup that goal. This is a game that, if the opening 8 minutes has any say about it, it's going to have a few pierce the back of the net. Counter-attack starting to brew. Push ball over the top, and it's going to be overcooked for even the goalkeeper. She'll let it run by. Kenzie Arnold's getting the start over ahead of Bella Bixby. Kenzie Arnold had 19 starts last year, Bixby just 7. The 30-year-old Aussie international has turned into one of the best in NWSL. Holly McKenzie up the line nicely. Spanstra. Looks like she got a chip on the ankle, and it will be given in the direction of the Thorns. Tough situation for the defender. Arnold stays calm. Forced up the left, onside. Good runner there. There's Ryland Turner. Turner goes to ground, calls the foul herself. The official does not concur. Will ultimately be, looks like a goal kick. Good defense by Savi King, young defender from West Hills, California. Last year's back line for Angel City, mostly in charge by Sarah Gordon. On this team, yet again, the veteran in her mid-30s. Kept a number of clean sheets, only 2 yellow cards as well. Taking a tumble in front of the Thorns bench. As we mentioned, there's some uncertainty on the Portland Thorns coaching side of things. Alex Strauss, head coach for Angel City, and hoping his team double up the lead here. Trying to re-up the goal scorer, Nijos. Oh, good work around the box. Here could be two, and by the near post. So in the aftermath of the challenge, the player goes down. No whistle for any sort of PK, and ultimately that ball too tight of an angle for the 8x24. Really nice one-touch passing in a tight area. And that one ended up being Nijos. Moultrie up the line. Here come the Thorns, too heavy on the cross. 3 strides out in front, trying to capture it before the corner flag gets it up. McKenzie will get back on the ball for the Thorns. Of course, not a pass from her own teammate, but it works out there. Jesse Fleming, capable as a number 6, a number 8, and even in circumstances as a number 10. Wind's starting to howl. Sun has gone down past beyond the clouds. Should holler out this starting 11 for Angel City here. As the play takes a break in the neutral third. The back line will be Giselle Thompson, Sarah Gordon, Savi King, and Evelyn Shores. Here come the Thorns, though, penetrating that back line, and it doesn't work out there. A scuff shot. In midfield, Mariana Nijos, who we mentioned. Mary Borges, Neely Martin. Up top, Kennedy Fuller, traditionally a midfielder, but will be playing up top in this one. Riley Turnen, and finally the forward. One of our players to watch, Savdis Jónsdóttir from Iceland. While teams that finish outside of the playoff zone often go under more turnover than those at the top. For Angel City, there is consistency here. Many of these names familiar to those fans in Los Angeles. And in net on the ball, Angelina Anderson. Two great chances for Angel City early on. One, of course, manifesting in a goal in the 2nd minute. Nijos nearly has another around the 10th. It's an Angel City team without Sarah Dorsun, who was one of their best defenders a season ago, the 34-year-old, making the move back to Germany with Eintracht Frankfurt after 1 season in the NWSL. She had some injury issues, only able to play 8 games, but a great defender on her day. It's tough to really find your identity for the Portland Thorns without a head coach. Season nearby. They parted ways with Rob Gale in November 2025. And this is still such an enticing job for anybody interested in the coaching ranks in NWSL. Interim head coach is Sarah Loudon. Getting a midfielder to bite, the Thorns could take advantage. Open runners outright. I don't quite see it in time. Eventually it's going to be stretched that direction. McKenzie. McKenzie and Fleming kind of each go after the ball, and Angel City pick up the scraps with Nijos. Kennedy Fuller. Neely Martin. Good last-ditch defense by Ryland Turner within her own box. And as Fleming didn't get the foul she wanted to around the halfway line, she'll get it in a less opportune area within her own 18. On your screen, Olivia Moultrie, who led this team in goals from midfield, plays a variety of roles every season. Her 8 goals a season ago beat Ryland Turner's 5. And Moultrie played all 26 games last season, third in minutes to Reina Reyes, who's in the starting lineup today as well in the back line, and Sam Coffey, who's off to Manchester City in the offseason. 17th minute, we do unfortunately have a player down. This will act as an auxiliary water break, something we didn't have in the first game between San Diego and Casey, but we did across the way between the Houston Dash and Bay FC. Coming up in about 45 minutes, we'll also see Denver and Utah battle it out for the first time for public eyes here at the CVI. The Thorns, obviously one of the most successful in NWSL. 3 titles to their name. See what life after Coffey and Sinclair looks like. They're founded in 2012, first season in 2013. They've been here for the entire time. 11 postseason appearances. Of course, from a fan perspective, they've led NWSL attendance multiple times as well. Last year, it felt like a good season, not a great. You just look at the table, obviously, and you like where they were, but they bowed out in the second round ultimately. The season opener didn't go to plan, a 3-1 loss to Kansas City. They're hoping it goes better this time around. And when they eventually clinched the playoffs, it was against the side they're playing right now and are down 1-0 against. They beat Angel City 2-0 down in LA for the victory. And the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup, they had a 3rd place finish. In all competitions, Moultrie had 9 goals and inked a long-term deal with this team through 2029. You call it a breakout star, but I think many were expecting her to shine in 2025. The goalkeeping battle is also an interesting one for the Thorns. I think Pietra Torden is somebody that's expected to really pick it up. Had the Rookie of the Month multiple times last year. And for them, it's going to be about picking up home form. They're sort of feeling that a little bit down here in Southern California and Angel City's neck of the woods, along with the San Diego Wave, not so far away either. Last season, of their 13 road games, only won 4 of them. So 25 points at Providence Park in Portland, 15 points on the road. Action resumes, and Angel City showing energy on the block. Ball tossed onto the pitch, and the player who's ready to toss it, Molly McKenzie, realizes and hesitates. Hold-up play doesn't work in the Thorns' favor. Angel City able to hop right back on it. Running through the middle, here's Savi King. Out wide, Tiernan. And a good block in front, and there's going to be almost a tackle from behind, and Angel City can't believe there's nothing given there. The official had prime position of it. The Thorns come out unscathed in terms of going down 2-0. King will play it back. Thorns in the attack, and there's going to be a tight offside call. Regardless, it won't matter. Mackenzie Arnold's got it. Last year, Arnold, a 72 save percentage across her 19 games played, only 25 goals against. It's her best season in NWSL and only her second, the former West Ham goalkeeper. Spent time in Norway and her home country of Australia also. Fleming's not going to get there, but the back line will help out. Would have been a difficult ball to bring down Pietra Torden. Torden's still a very young player in this game. She's represented Brazil and the United States at youth international level. Still looking for her first full cap. Got just about 30 games under her belt as a Portland Thorns player after 3 very successful seasons at Princeton, where she was better than a goal every other game in the Ivy League. Great find by the Portland Thorns. Back onto the attack, hoping to level things up. A successful cross, and a little bit similar to how Angel City grabbed their goal. It's the right idea to go towards the end line. No block either. A little bit more loft and less velocity. We could be talking about a 1-1 game. Great south to north movement. Everybody in cahoots here for Angel City. And the last ditch pass won't reach beyond Jaden Perry. A big chance for JP. Jaden Perry with a big stop. Perry, familiar with this area from UCLA and the LA area, grew up. 5'9" center back. Thorns get lucky there. There was a wall of red. Still not out of danger yet, but that should just about do it. It's going to be a foot race and a throw in the election. Savi King will leave it off for Evelyn Shores to take. The Atlanta, Georgia native with her cut socks, which is, I think, hit peak popularity about 2 years ago. Some still do it. Some see the research that there's not much to it, but to each their own. Third ball, not a bad idea, but the end line will swallow it up beforehand. In our previous preseason games here at Coachella, whether on the NWSL or MLS side, we've seen large group substitutions come around the hour mark. Good to see both Angel City and the Portland Thorns playing what is mostly their strong 11. I mean, when you have Moultrie and Jesse Fleming in the roster for Portland, you know they're doing something right in terms of selection. One thing coaches will always tell you about these contests, as Reina Reyes goes down, is it's a lot more about yourself than it is the opposition. There's not much scouting going on. You'll watch film of what you've done in previous preseason games, whether a friendly behind closed doors or for public eyes here at the CVI. But ultimately, this is a competition week. There's a pecking order set in place by 2025 that is wiped clean in 26. Especially for Angel City, who are knocking on the door of the playoffs but weren't quite there. Missed it by 9 points a season ago. Hoping a new pecking order takes place and gets them into the elite, because they certainly have the fan base to do it. Ricochets off the lower body of Evelyn Shores. Off the long throw-in on the periphery of the 6-yard box. Savi King comes to collect and will get the give and go. A tight offside call. The goalkeeper wants it, won't get it. Peers off the forehead of Rylan Turner. Moultrie standing strong, wins the ball, and even a better through. Pietra Torden sees the attacking chance coming to a close, and it registers applause on both sides. Bit uncomfortable, but not enough velocity to give any trouble to the Thorns back line. It's a high defensive shape by Angel City overall. They've had certainly the better of the chances so far in the game. Torden takes it off the collarbone, trying to put it into the path of her teammate Mimi Alidu. On day 5 overall, the Coachella Valley Invitational, this is probably the most attended event I've seen. The 4th overall year of the tournament, and NWSL takes a bigger foothold every season. Rylan Turner. Smart play on the grounds. Very Borges. Some nice moves, the Brazilian. So 2 of the best Brazilians in in NWSL battle just moments ago. Dudinha having a really good game for San Diego, and Debinha, the veteran Brazilian international for San Diego. A third of the game elapsed. Angel City have a strong foothold in it. Olivia Moultrie probably the strongest player for the Thorns so far. Last season, Angel City 7 wins, 13 losses, and 6 draws. It's actually deja vu from 2024, where they had the same record. Alyssa Thompson, their central figure. She had 6 goals last year. Thompson now with Chelsea after being the first overall pick in the 2023 draft. Be interesting to see how they replace her by committee. Back and forth, ping-ponging around in midfield. Angel City taking a foothold, and that ball rockets too high. So Alyssa Thompson, from 18 years old to 20, had 15 goals just as a teenager in NWSL. Certainly enough for Chelsea to stump up the fee to collect. One of the best talents in NWSL. With Chelsea, she's played 13 games so far, just a smidge over 900 minutes, already has 7 goal involvements. Thorns playing out from the back, and I think chopped down during it. It's tough to get a yellow card. It usually has to be a studs-up tackle, and you got to bring somebody to grounds. Mayera Nijo's the only goal so far in just the second minute of the game. Nearly had another 10 minutes after. Well, Alyssa Thompson, obviously the main striker the last couple of years, the main forward at least for Angel City. It was Riley Turnan who had the most goals. Now at 23, had 8 goals last season. There's the Icelandic international within the box, and Fleming will pick up the loose change. Ina Sagita, number 7, Japanese international who made her mark at NWSL with her current opponent, the Portland Thorns. One of the most beloved figures off the pitch also, but her former teammate gets past her there, and she recognizes the foul, won't have any complaints about it. Advantage played for just a smidge, nothing past that. Inesita was with the Thorns since 2022. Racked up nearly a century of appearances and 13 goals over the 80-plus. Oh, great first-time pass by Moultrie. She's got eyes in the back of her head. Falls flirtatiously within the 6. The goalkeeper able to pounce on top of it. Sagita joined NWSL at the right time. Well, she had a lot of success in her home country of Japan. The first year she came stateside, she won the NWSL championship with the Portland Thorns. In September, she was traded to Angel City for about $600,000 in intra-league transfer funds. Not a cheap deal by any means, but for a team fighting to get back into the playoff picture after finishing well below it the last 2 seasons, having that type of experience, still in your 20s as well. Such a big ad for Angel City. 10 minutes to play in the opening half. We didn't see any stoppage time in the first game here at Coachella between San Diego and KC. But there was an injury in this first half. Mackenzie Arnold. Jaden Perry does a good job to evade. Out of possession, Angel City in a pretty planted 4-4-2. Interested to see number 17, Kendi Fuller, listed as a midfielder, playing a much more attacking role in this one. Thorns play a quick vertical ball over the top, and it results going from their halfway line to a corner in mere seconds. Set piece is typically hard to get accustomed to defensively early in the season. Something that grows with time and evolves as you get to know each other in the box. Great delivery and on the doorstep. Not able to be hammered home, though. That's one that Reina Reyes will certainly want back. Reyes, I don't even think was expecting the ball to get to her. She had time to even take a touch ultimately. And 2 yards away from net, just had to put it anywhere but there. And would have rippled the white and been 1-1 in the 37th. Reyes from Garland, Texas, but as we know, a full Mexican international. For 70 games with the Portland Thorns since coming from Alabama. Being the 5th overall pick in the 2023 NWSL draft as a fullback. So versatile as an attacker, too, going up and down the flank. A tank that never empties. Reina Reyes at only 24 years old. For Portland fans, you hope she's around for a long time. Reyes, the left back for Portland. And Mally McKenzie, the right. Here we get a peek at the Angel City back line. Marshaled right now by Sophia Mattis. A tough ball to bring in. Here comes City. Up into the box on the Achilles. Then taking a turn on the ball, takes a deflection. And that's one. And it's simple for the Thorns. Changwa, the back-to-back NWSL MVP and last year's Golden Boot winner, injured to start the season. There's a few players on each of these teams dreaming of taking over that Golden Boot race early in the 2026 campaign. Riley Tiernan, certainly one of those. A young striker who has been so prolific just in her first season in 2025. Can the Thorns make their indent on this game before halftime? Best chance of the game moments ago off the corner kick. Can they at least get another dead ball situation? Was up the body and across to the goalkeeper. And one to scoop up. Angelina Anderson supplied her trade in California the entire time from San Ramon, the 6-foot goalkeeper, formerly of Cal and now with Angel City since 2023. On the ball again, peers over her right shoulder before she gets it and glides that direction. Actually made her professional debut against the Portland Thorns and saved a PK against Olivia Moultrie. She would also start Angel City's first ever playoff appearance against OL Reign. Not quite a record, but impressive by Angelina Anderson that she was the first rookie goalkeeper to play in an NWSL playoff match since 2013, the inaugural season of the league. Mimi Alidiu back on her feet. Anderson splitting between the center backs, won't go her direction. Sophia Mattis. Thorns defending more in a 4-1-4-1. Just the spear of the tip is Pietra Torden. That sort of defensive midfielder spot played by Jessie Fleming. Usually would have been Hisagita last year for the Thorns. Sagita hits the back of her own teammate. Fleming's not going to be collect there for Portland. Played through the lines, but too heavy. City again. Reyes defending. Cross, being able to be past her. Sveindis Jondatstir, the Icelandic international, just 24 years old. A big striker for this team, standing 5'9". Obviously, Iceland not the biggest country in the world and not the most represented nation in NWSL. Had a decent first season in the league. And Sagita gets her leg wiped from under her. And that's going to be a dead ball opportunity. One. And Mimi Aladusi's all the way. Fuller and Sagita, a party of two over the ball. The wall by the Thorns the same. That's a good curled effort inside. And so much so, two Angel City players run over it. One down on the ground, follow-up effort blocked at the first time of asking, and Moultrie is pulled down as the counterattack starts to form. 90 seconds before first half stoppage time. Goal in the second minute by Angel City, the lone marker on the board. Fleming. The Canadians' back pass is misplaced, and a ball by the PK spot rushed, and Angel City know it. Not so much the back pass by Fleming, more so a ill-advised touch by the Thorns back line. Angel City hoping for their second playoff appearance in franchise history. Only came into the league in 2022. They do well there along the right flank. Some fans thinking it's halftime, but no, we'll get a set piece here. 16 yards or so up the right wing. Can essentially treat this as your makeshift corner routine, but a little bit better. There's going to be some options at the top of the box, and all 10 outfield players for Portland will be hanging out inside the 18-yard box. This should just about be the last action of the half. Sagita delivers with her left. The punch out, gets a fingertip to it. Mattis up the line. Jonsdottir. Past one marker, past another, gets it on the backside and a shot on target. Second follow through and a double save. The goalkeeping save of the tournament. That's nice by Mackenzie, but that's even better. Mackenzie Arnold standing tall. The Thorns corner kick nearly resulted in a goal. Can Angel City mirror that sort of chance? Nearly an Olympico. And that will be the last action of the first half. Angel City and Portland, at least in terms of the momentum, have been back and forth, but a goal 120 seconds into the affair is the difference so far. We're going to jump out to our first break, but still loads to come during halftime. And coming up later, the second 45 of action between the Portland Thorns and Angel City, two West Coast foes having fun in Indio.
You guys do pick up games, huh?
Yeah, you gotta come out and play.
Angel City up 1-0 at the halftime break. Myra Noose with the only goal in this game so far in the second minute of action. We should see some decent rotation by both of these sides. It's Angel City going over the whiteboard, and let's take a look at our own whiteboard and see what's going on across the Coachella Valley Invitational. This is the penultimate game of day one on the NWSL side. We saw Bay FC and the Houston Dash play to a 1-1 draw. KC Current and San Diego Wave can say the same. One game coming up in about 15 minutes across the way will be Denver against Utah at 2 o'clock. That should be a fun rivalry for years to come across NWSL. There is still another weekend of this great tournament here at the CVI, which spans nearly 3 weeks between MLS and NWSL. 3 games next weekend: Houston and Portland, San Diego and Denver, and Angel City and Seattle Reign. Always great for these teams to kind of scout one another as long as getting themselves ready for what's upcoming in NWSL. At halftime, Portland 0, Angel City up 1. More to come. Second 45 just around the corner. Welcome back to Indio, California. Kickoff just moments away for the second half, but let's take a look at the first 45 first between Portland and Angel City, and it was goals early here in this one. Took a while in the other two games, but in this one it was Myra Noose who got on the board immediately on a nice header, absolutely towered over her opponent, and then Portland tried to storm back, but they had trouble within their own 18, and this one-touch passing sequence nearly had Noose on a brace, and she gets tackled at the end of it by Reyes. And speaking of, here she is on the ball, playing it up the left wing, and Portland trying to pro back and get a goal of their own. There's a nice cross trying to mirror what Angel City did to them. Olivia Moultrie, who led this team in goals last year, hoping for an assist, and she probably should have had one. Reyes at the back post, has the ball almost falling between her two legs, had a two kick out at it, but neither were able to pierce the back of the net. Here's some of the final chances, and ultimately probably the most entertainment of this game so far came on this play right here. A double save for the ages. It may be preseason, but that one should certainly be on the highlight reel. Let's stop by Mackenzie Arnold, the goalkeeper for the Portland Thorns. Teams will switch ends in the point of attack, and some new players in the game as well. Sagita to start things off in the center circle. New strike force in for Angel City as well. Priska Shalufia, Zambian international, into the game as well. For Portland, will reset the lines. Maybe some trialists as well. For Angel City, their trialists are wearing numbers 60 through 66. So if you see one of those, be sure to look out. In Angel City, an in-vein tactic of pushing your opponent deep inside their own territory, conceding possession. Fleming, hit from behind, no call there. There'll be a throw in for Angel City, and their tactic works out, paying dividends 20 seconds later. Header won by Turner. Shores, able to get past Fleming. A long throw in last time for Angel City, and this, it's even better. Put on frame. It looks like a new goalkeeper into the game for Portland as well. Playing out from the back, harms the Thorns. Pass behind the runner. And coming back in time, Thompson. Tiernan. Player running towards the box, Shalufia. Expected to be even a bigger part of this team in 2026. The fourth and final game at the CVI just starting between Denver and Utah. Denver, one of two new teams, along with Boston. Angel City pushing the envelope. Really nice footwork on the left wing. This was on the near side, I would get even more applause. A nasty collision, but advantage should be played to the Thorns' advantage. Moultrie still chasing it down for Portland. Castellanos will see it out of play. It's a pretty nasty collision. The accidental one, of course. And the trainers will be signaled out. Thankfully back jogging around is Alidu. Thorns have it. They nearly had a break. The injury advantage was allowed to be played. There's Alidu, who was the one down back up on her feet. Five Thorns warming up just behind the throw. Angel City usually treat this as a long throw situation, and they had a pretty good chance yield off of one of them. Perry. Thorns with the majority of the ball in the second half. But a counter starting to form. Spanstra, ball into the box and a volley nearly on a platter for Turner. Noose, a goal scorer, taken down on a clean challenge. It'll be Thorns' possession. The collision. Whistle the direction of Angel City. Priska Shalufia was acquired this past October from Orlando, where she was one of the best. In exchange, the Pride received about $50K in intra-league transfer funds. It's a very dynamic forward who works hard and without the ball to score goals. Having that sort of willing runner, even when the attacking midfielders don't have the ball there, it just stretches out the defense so well and pulls all sorts of gravity across the front line. I think we may have a bloody nose behind the play. Ryland Turner, the forward from Lakewood, California, for the Portland Thorns. She will now go to the sideline voluntarily. The trainers were initially coming on to see her, and she waved them off, but she will have to go out of play as the clock was stopped for, the play was stopped for her. Gonna deem that drop ball illegal. I think it was supposed to be Thorns first. While they won't get the drop, they'll get one better on a set piece. While the bodies drift forward, will Sagita decide to play quick? So Kina, so good for the Thorns for so many years, the 2022 NWSL Championship to her name. Neither header too dominant by Portland. So Kita, who started the initial set piece chance, try to end it. Shifting from east to west. Launch applause from the far side as many newfound Denver fans have just seen their team score their first ever goal in front of their fans. They're up on Utah 1-0 in the 13th minute. Focusing on this game, Moultrie has some nice skill on the right wing, and she's going to catch up to the ball. Ten minutes into the second half, neither team with too menacing of a chance. It's a game that has certainly relaxed a bit. Been played in the neutral third, but now trying to go straight over the top. Can the Thorns get their first shoulder to shoulder through on net, and a stonewall save. Those from the Portland side of things love what they saw. The new striker acquired from Orlando. See the strength and the speed already. Shalufia's chance the best of this second half for either team. And now Angel City trying for their second headed goal of the game. Oh, right on the doorstep and pushed in. Angel City up 2-0. That's Myra Noose yet again. Rutherford goals have come by a combined distance of about 10 yards, but right inside of the 6. Goalkeeper left with no chance. Noose with the goal in the second and the 56th. Midfielder having a great game, right place at the right time. Angel City identical records the last 2 years, trying to make it back to the postseason, and they have to be encouraged by this preseason performance ahead of a 30-game campaign. Thorns roll back into their own defensive third, but given a lifeline off the foul. Thorns will get the whistle. Alex Strauss, the head coach of Angel City, has been patrolling up and down the sideline. Former head coach of Bayern Munich women's side. His first time coaching in NWSL in his second season upcoming. Certainly a lot of building blocks off of the first season. Oh, a volley effort gets the second time of asking. Unsuccessful like the first, and out for a goal kick. Angel City opened their season at home, so if you're an Angel City fan, be sure to be there on March 15th for a 4 o'clock kick against the Chicago Stars. It's a game we're going to see a lot of difference in both of those sides. Chicago finished bottom of NWSL a season ago. Then they'll go up the state to Northern California, play Bay FC on the 21st, Houston on the 27th, and a tough game against Orlando on the 3rd. Angel City and Portland will meet for the first time not so far away here from Indio, California on the 26th. As for the Thorns, they'll start the season against the Washington Spirit. Start the season how they ended the last, losing 2-0 in the NWSL semifinal. Turner. Stutter steps to the inside. Good effort by Castellanos. Morgan Messner, the goalie in the sky purple kit. Don't think Reyes was getting there ultimately, but she'll be given a little bit of a breather, caught by the offside flag. Morgan Messner, a career backup in her short stint in NWSL so far, still just 25 years old. Played at Boston University and then Penn State for her final 2 seasons. Was with San Diego in 2024 and a Thorns backup across the last 2 seasons. Last January, she was a non-roster invitee to preseason. Did a good job, ultimately earning a 1-year contract. And then in June, she extended her contract with Portland through 2026. So while she is still likely the 3rd string for this team, having a guaranteed contract going into 2026, something she didn't have in 25, should feel awfully good. Get our first yellow card of the game, a rarity in preseason. We usually see 1, maybe 2 max. And we'll go to number 77, Alexa Spanstra from Brighton, Michigan. The forward coming back to defend. Caught the Angel City midfielder illegally. Spanstra hasn't been with the Thorns too long. About a year and a half, we'll expected have a bigger role with a new look front line. We'll be interested to see when this team gets Sophia Wilson back. One of the best in the world. A group substitution getting ready for the Thorns will likely come at the next dead ball. They're all hanging out on the sideline right in front of the scoreboard that reads 2-0 in favor of Angel City. And now they're permitted. Rylan Turner will exit. He's starting left winger, along with members of the back line. Test out the Thorns' depth here. Isabella Obayas from Denmark, talented defender. Came from FC Rosengard a few years back, an athletic center back with experience in European leagues. Regardless of the new crop into the game, Angel City still with a strong 2-0 lead in the 64th minute. They're gearing up 5 new players of their own. Gordon from Elk Grove, Illinois. Looks over her right shoulder, has one passing option. Instead will go right up the gut. It's going to be offside. Thorns and Angel City met 2 times last season. Once in the very end in October. Once at the very beginning in March. Obviously 2 very different teams each time around. Clapping off the presumed starters going into the season opener on the 15th. Out goes Angel City, and here come the starters. Plenty of local support for a lot of the young players getting a chance here. Evelyn Shores, who started this game, will stay on though, as you see number 15. There's a chance for Portland to get a refreshed look at a new lineup. And also fresh legs to punish a backline that needs to creep forward minute by minute to try to chase the game. Great pressing. Last year, Portland was able to beat Angel City in their matchup in October, but Angel City played much better when they met in March early in the campaign. It was Kennedy Fuller with the lone goal in the game in the 9th minute. Fuller started this game up top, an attacking midfielder who's very versatile across the front line. 25 minutes left, a rotated cast in the game for both of these teams. Fuller. Fleming. Mabias. Messner. Reyes up to Moultrie. The first time ball is a good one. Reyes just sticks out her right foot in time. Going back to the left, and the first time cross out and over the end line. Regardless, it wasn't offside. Instructions being barked out by the goalkeeper. Everybody's sort of bunching up for a game of 500 by the midfield. Won by Portland. Sagita sends it back the direction of the Thorns defensive net. Carolyn Colzada also into the game, so a completely new look center back tandem for Portland. A few trialists on the field for Angel City. These are players that are not on the first team roster as of now, but with a few good performances and competition in certain places, they could get there. Portland stretching out the pitch. There's a turn by Valerin Laboa, new striker into the game for Portland during that last group change. So it's hard to keep the tactical identity when you have so many new players working with chemistry for one another. Sagita will help, as well as Kennedy Fuller. There's two starters linking up. Fuller taking at it herself. Gets past one, but not two. And there's 3 and 4 waiting to meet her. Laboa goes down and hits her face on the lower part of an Angel City player, and Angel City players coming up worse for wear as well, but Laboa down on the ground. It's like a Charlie horse. It looked very uncomfortable. Fuller's gone the full 70 minutes in this game. South Lake, Texas native, scored against Portland last year. Valerin Laboa seems to be okay. Laboa, still just 18 years old, joined from Deportivo Cali. Signed with the club through 2020 with the club option for 29. Made her NWSL debut last September, coming on in the second half. A 3-0 defeat to Gotham. The Thorns player just fall, or are they going to call it a tug? Much to the dismay of Molly McKenzie. It is no foul called. Working it around the edge. Here's one of those trialists trying to make the squad. Moultrie not taking it any easier, considering they're not first team members. The final weekend of the Coachella Valley Invitational. We'll pause that thought as here comes Portland, still trying to get that 0 erased on their scoreboard. And a good takeaway, but on the edge of the box, the second effort, just as pretty. Angel City will play the finale of this tournament. They're hoping to keep a clean sheet through 19 more minutes in this one. They'll face Seattle Reign FC at 1:30 next Saturday. As for the Portland Thorns, they'll open the final day of the tournament at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday the 21st, and the final in the middle of that will be San Diego and Denver. Laboa on the ground again, and the teenage Colombian will get a yellow card out of her former teammate, Hina Sogita. Moultrie to take the set piece. Those two audacious to put on target even for her. A high line by Angel City, hanging out by the 18. Towards the back post, it's guided well towards net. There's Reyes on the chance, the second she's had on the doorstep this game. So Kita will put it back where she found it. Laboa. Angel City comfortable in possession, up 2 with 16 minutes to play. Portland's going to be forced here to press soon. The line's creeping higher, but their 4-3-3 block, which they played under Rob Gale, who's no longer the head coach after he departed in November. Had her away by Calzada. And trying to pick the keeper off for a line, and from this angle it looked enticing and nearly like it hit the back. Ultimately, cooler heads prevail. Oh, wow. I mean, you're happy just to take a corner kick off of that one, and even if the goalkeeper, Morgan Messner, gets ahead to it, it's still going to result in a corner kick. Last time we had one of these, it was a goal for Angel City. Let's see what the Los Angeles-based side can do this time around. They're eager to bring in 2 more players. Messner, slightly better than her counterpart did in the first half, but the Thorns can't get it out of their own 18. Got a player injured. Looks like she's holding her hand or wrist area. Or finger. There'll be a drop ball, and 2 more of the established Angel City first teamers will go out of this game. Good performance by Evelyn Shores. She'll go out along with number 17, Kennedy Fuller. And in the 77th, nearly half a dozen trialists on the field for Angel City. They'll hope to taste victory. Reyes and Fleming. One of the final 2 on the pitch that have played the entirety of the contest. But 3 more players gearing up to come in. I don't think that will be the case much longer for Portland's midfield. Martinez wraps around Sugita, and that's going to be a foul against the left back. Angel City last year had good stretches. It was just the final 2 months of the season didn't go their direction. From early August until mid-September, they went 4 unbeaten, playing some of the best in the league as well. A good home win against Orlando, drawing San Diego, and a win against Bay FC. And to start the campaign last year, they're hoping they can mirror their 2026 to 2025, where they went 4 unbeaten, tying their longest stretch. Drew San Diego and Portland and beat the Reign in Houston before Gotham ended that impressive run to start the season. And Angel City, when things are right, which we've seen before, they absolutely packed BMO Stadium in their home opener back in 2022. At the time, they broke an NWSL attendance record just above 22,000. This is, I wouldn't say a sleeping giant because the support is certainly there, but you get them into the top 4 of the conference and BMO's going to be absolutely ignited. So much talent on display here, and they thoroughly deserve to be up 2-0 on the Thorns. Could have been 3. Forced McKenzie into a very good save, a double save at that, in the dying moments of the first half. But it was a disappointing end. As you know, they missed the playoffs by 9 points, and they lost 4 of their final 5 games, only beating Houston in that stretch. And in those 4 losses, they only managed 1 goal. Hoping to get another one in this one. Their captain all of last season, Sarah Gordon, back for another season in charge of this Angel City team. Has been with the club since 2023, formerly of the Red Stars. The 22nd overall pick way back in the 2016 draft out of DePaul. She was through and through a Chicago native from Elk Grove, then DePaul, and the Chicago Red Stars. But she has found a new home and loving life with Angel City. Whenever she is fit, she starts. Over the last 2 seasons, Gordon has played over 2,000 minutes. And while she may not be on the pitch right now, she's always leading, whether on the sideline or on the field. First touch too heavy and a goal kick for Angel City. Portland Thorns still looking for their permanent head coach ahead of the 2026 NWSL season. Sarah Loden is their interim until they find it. A former assistant of Rob Gale. Thorns bombarding off that left wing, and running out of juice was M.A. Vignola. Vignola, funnily enough, was part of that Sakita trade. Vignola, along with $500K intra-league transfer funds, were sent to Portland, and Sagita went down to Southern California. She'll be hoping to prove something against her former side here. Defender from Cincinnati, Ohio, who was with Angel City from 2022, their inaugural season, up until 25. Scored 5 goals for the club across her 57 appearances. Had signed an extension with Angel City. She dealt with injuries pretty heavily in 2024. Thorns looking to get back to NWSL, to the championship for the first time since 2022. That's a great ball over the top. Goalkeeper planted on the line, but the last-ditch defense clears it aside, putting her body on the line. In terms of the premier silverware you can take in this league, NWSL Championship and NWSL Shields, the Thorns have 5 of them. It looked like the Thorns forward had a step to it, but the trialists on the back line for Angel City doing a great job there. An entirely new 11 for both of these teams than what we saw at the opening whistle. Most recent college grads or players that were draft picks looking to make the roster. Not all, still some established players out there. There's Casey Farr. Sagita will trot over to take the corner, when Farr primarily earned. Cannon in just before the PK spot. Laboa try to get the initial sprint towards it. She'll be stuck further up the pitch on a clearance by Portland. I'll pull that one back for a foul. Isabella Baez restarts things. Vignola, who made a couple of nice moves against her former side, then taken down in a harsh sense, holding on to her left foot. And just as we mentioned about a player that came over via trade this offseason with Angel City to Portland, somebody that has dealt with injuries in the past, and you hope the trainers can just pop her right back up. It doesn't look great. Vignola still down somebody that's a full U.S. international. Had a very good career with the Tennessee Volunteers, plied her trade abroad in Iceland for a bit, and had the perfect opportunity to return stateside with Angel City. And for Portland's staff, it's a player that we're relying on for substitute appearances and even some starts in the 2026 campaign. And great to see that she's slightly back up. Here in youth call-ups, as young as 14 years old. She's clearly been in the limelight for a while. Made her international debut, fittingly enough, in her hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio, during a match against South Africa. top season in NWSL, probably 2023. She had 3 goals in the regular season. And played one of Angel City's games in the postseason as well. She is back up on her feet. Be interested to see if she continues the latter 2.5 minutes of this contest. You have unlimited subs in these games, but I think Portland's essentially used their whole bench. She's going to have to, at the minimum, go to the sideline, be able to check back in. So she's got her hands on her knees on the touchline, but she should be able to return. Dana Castellanos, Portland's number 10. After a hiatus, will resume things. A lofted ball inside, played against the momentum of the netminder, and a clip up, maybe by even her own player, but caught well. So Emma Vignola, good to see her back. It will look like an ugly injury. Laboa. Oh, what a nice touch around. Here come the Thorns. Through on net if the speed is there. Trying to keep the clean sheet intact. Here comes Portland, and it creeps in the side netting. In the 89th minute, the Thorns claw one back. It's been Maddie Podolsky, number 11. Podolsky, the forward from Tennessee. Excuse me, that's actually one of the players on trial. An impressive run at that. Just hits off the fingertip. 41 for the Thorns. Not listed on the first team roster, but an impressive run there and a goal in the 90th. Fans of all ages, especially those young with all their memorabilia, getting ready for it to be signed by the Portland Thorns and Angel City players. It's one of the best part of the Coachella Valley Invitational. Players are very accessible, which you don't see during the rigors of the regular season. Laboa, the Colombian forward, just the 18-year-old down. The 3rd time this half, she's been kind of hacked down a lot, and Portland will get a set piece to try to level things. While results are not paramount. If you're up 2-0 in the 88th minute, you can't really take a draw. Just on the edge of the 6, falls once. The volley was going to be at a tight angle, so they'll pull it back out. Thorns hoping for a last-ditch effort. That won't help. Baez yet again. So to confirm, Vignola, who was down for a while there, but was able to walk off on her own, did come back into the game after a quick checkup by the trainer at the left mid spot. Because of a few of the injury stoppages, we are going deeper into stoppage time in Angel City, hoping to decorate this lead. Cross in front, taken off the mid-drift area once, pulling it back onto the left boot, but too many red jerseys able to come back in time. And the triple whistle will go for the final score. 2-1, Angel City prevail over the Portland Thorns. A great start to preseason life for the Southern California side. And an easy player of the match in this one, Mira Noose, got each goal in the second and in the 56th minute to get Angel City a win to open their Coachella Valley Invitational campaign. Both of these teams will play again next Saturday. So if you made the trip to the tournament for this one, be sure to check that out again next weekend, or you can likely catch a lot of those games on this very stream or TV station, wherever you may be watching. For watching in Portland, Los Angeles, or just a fan of great NWSL soccer, thanks so much for joining us. Final scoreline, Angel City 2, Portland 1.